it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with The Vampire Diaries, episode 12 of season 5, getting into the second half of this season, and this is going to be very interesting. Catherine physically died, completely gone, no more coming back from that one. But she didn't entirely die because her mind is now in Elena's body. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see with, you know, one moment we'll have Elena, the next we might have Catherine. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how that's going to unfold for I don't know how long, because, of course, this is going to be a different circumstance to, you know, just an average villain or whatever, you know, sticking around potentially until the end of the season and then we might be done with them. I mean, A, this is Catherine. She's been around since the beginning of season 1. B, with the fact that, well, Catherine can still, I guess, exist, but it's just a fight between Elena and Catherine. We don't know if there's going to be a way to undo this. I mean, there is, of course, we've seen it happen before in terms of killing a traveler and all of that. But I feel like Catherine is going to be different gravy compared to Gregor when he was in. I think that was his name when he was in Matt's body. So, yeah, but. It's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. So, with that said, let's get into episode 12 of season 5 of The Vampire Diaries. Let's go.
Along with my secret Maddie pants. Would Elena wear this outfit?
Maddie pants? No way. I wouldn't say so.
No to the dress, yes to the shoes.
Now let's talk honestly about the red thing that's happening in my hair.
I like it.
And
Please say, Caroline.
you love them both equally.
Well, that's a shocker.
It's not a competition.
I just have one last question. It's very important because I'm going to need it later. How exactly did Elena Gilbert break up with you?
Oh, shit. Really? Really? This is gonna be hell.
Spell, Elena will be gone forever.
Oh, shit.
And this body will be yours for good.
Back as a vampire as well. Well, that's it though. Catherine is back as a vampire, technically speaking.
Where you been?
Mother asked to be buried with her family in Bulgaria.
And nothing gives me greater joy than to deny her dying wish.
David,
Wow.
who cares? Catherine's dead. Just give her the damn body.
David still be.
Naughty known or what?
He's continuing his shit from the last episode in terms of like just tormenting Catherine even in death. I know there was quite the discussion on my Patreon feed. I'm not sure how that's going to go on YouTube because obviously I'm yet to release that. But there was an understandable vibe to how Damon. Well, it's funny. There's an understandable vibe, and I do agree to how Damon reacted to Catherine and her dying. But there's also understandability to Stefan taking the higher road. So, yeah, you can understand both parties. It doesn't contradict your feelings. So, yeah.
Wes isn't going to be a problem anymore. I mean, my family's trust came through and I was able to cut off Augustine's funding.
It's no more vampire experiments.
Yeah, it's over.
Until there is something that will come up later.
Aaron Whitmore.
Oh, shit.
Enzo.
Well, not Catherine,
Hey, I need a favor.
but I don't know if Enzo's going to be worse or whatever.
To be all noble.
Are you sure that this is what you really want? You know, Elena and Damon, or Damon and Elena, or
Delana.
You know that there's a nickname in there somewhere.
Yeah, Delana.
Actually, think that Elena is good for Damon. She makes him happy, and we all know that when Damon is happy,
He's not out there killing people, which I guess is a plus for
Better
mankind.
pills to swallow for Caroline.
Even if I want.
Last thing we want is to play dumb and all of that.
Hello, Elena. You put Catherine inside of me instead of you.
Shit.
Oh, come on. Catherine is exactly where she's always belonged. I'm not giving the body back. Quick, give me that damn pouty face.
I'm not giving you the pouty face. This is my you're being a dick face. Elena hasn't called you back. It's making you completely miserable.
You?
You?
Hit me. You once told
Bizarro
me
World?
that calling me Satan was an insult to Satan.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Ooh.
Getting. Where are you? I'm worried about you. Call me. Are you going to Tyler's party? It's a wonder that this thing still has a battery.
They're getting suspicious.
Well, no
We
shit!
need to find your body. Stefan.
Have you just come to that conclusion? Oh, let's ignore calls. Let's ignore text messages. They're getting suspicious. No shit! Oh my god. What did you do? What did you do?
Oh, I love a good fire.
Oh, I can't.
It's ironic, isn't it? It's fitting Aaron should die wearing it too. So,
When he says Aaron.
do you want to kill him? Or shall I?
Please, can we not kill off Aaron?
Come in.
Boom.
Thank you. Well, that wasn't awkward at all.
Right.
See, here's the thing.
It's okay.
I'm trying to figure out the logistics, because it is Elena's body at the end of the day. No argument there. Elena's not in control at the minute, though. So... yeah. See, I'm just thinking back to My Hero Academia for some reason with the whole Shigaraki, because I'm thinking back to the season. It was it the season 7 opener with Stars and Stripes. I know this is going to go over way many people's heads and all of that, but she tried to target I think she was trying to target like awful or Tamura Shigaraki, etc. But he didn't know who he was because he was fighting between Shigaraki and All For One. So the rule was kind of ineffective in a sense because she needed to grasp on a certain identity, and there was no idea on who this was. Was it Shigaraki and All For One? I know it's all a big babble and all of that, but it's kind of reminding me of a similar situation with All For One being a part of Shigaraki. It's the same shit here with Catherine being a part of Elena. So I know people are going to be like, I am going to pretend I understood that reference.
150 years. You're not even a little heartbroken? I mean, even I feel a little bad.
Stefan.
You know, maybe we should give her like a funeral.
Oh shit. Stefan, you're not being subtle. You're not being subtle.
Where's she buried?
Shit.
I should at least drop off flowers.
It's time to make a decision, Damon. Do you want to kill him or shall I?
Oh! How about option 3?
I didn't see that one coming.
Not the
Can't
he.
kill you. Long story. Out of town. Take it north till you've hit ice. Don't ever come back.
I'm gonna take him into the Arctic? Holy shit. That's how we're gonna write off Aaron's character. Just like, okay, just get out of town.
Is Klaus? Oh wow, that's
Even Catherine was bamboozled. Like, what the?
Would I make something like this up? And that is why I need you to tell me what an awful person.
now that you've slept with Klaus. I mean, how was it?
I am so not answering that.
You so are.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh shit! Was that a little smirk there? But like, well, I've stirred drama, so these two can sort it out. I'm out of here. Oh fuck!
You mutilate my body.
I mean, you're dead. You're not going to be using it anytime soon.
Others don't have access to traditional magic, so we improvise.
Oh, it's Elena. What if she plays the part. Elena?
Other step, Caroline.
If you would just.
I said leave!
No. Oh my god!
You're drunk. Get
Boy!
your hands off. What's the matter with you? Oh, you don't know?
Oh shit.
She screwed Klaus.
Elegant way of putting it, but yeah, cat's out of the bag there. Damn, Stefan!
You know, drunk or not, she doesn't deserve that.
No, she doesn't.
And then I'm done.
Make a move, Elena. There we go. Interrupt the step. Yes. Ooh!
No.
Yo! What the fuck, Catherine? You can't be serious. That's an absolutely genius move. That is absolutely cold.
Or kill me.
Catherine, get out of my head!
I will love you forever.
Oh my god, they're actually gonna go through with this.
Fooled one of you.
Oh my god, no. Oh my god. They're actually gonna go through with this shit?
What's wrong?
Damn it.
It's done.
Fuck! Fuck!
Convinced I'd ruin you.
That's not what this is about.
No,
Damon.
I know, but just hear me out. Just hear me out. You're literally the best person I've ever known. And for me to think that I could change you gives me way too much credit.
Damon!
And you,
This.
not nearly enough.
Oh my god.
You are the best influence on me.
That's heartbreaking.
I don't want to worry about what's going to happen every time we get into a fight or if we break up again. Or who you're going to take it out on.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Shit.
I know what you did to Catherine. Damon, it's about you.
This is
About
Catherine.
the person that I can't change. The person that you really are.
Oh, it's very apt about talking about the person.
That person was right to let me
changing.
go. We're over.
This hurts. Fuck you, Catherine!
Rest. But yes, Catherine Pierce has permanent control
I don't.
of Elena Gilbert's body.
How are we gonna undo
Now,
this shit?
About that payment we discussed.
Jeez.
You can make your own decisions. But if you want my vote, stay.
No, we'll
Now, I'm not
talk.
saying that I'll ever learn how to be a good mother, but I want my daughter. I want immortality, and I want Stefan Salvatore. He's my one true love.
Well, shit.
When you found out about me and Catherine, what was your first thought?
Ew.
Honestly,
What?
I thought ew.
See?
Yes,
And if
there
you
you go.
held that against me, you wouldn't
We
be
saw
sitting here
her,
right now
like,
with you.
NDE
Or maybe
when they
I came
two were
here
banging.
because I know that
Full person, okay? You are thoughtless, you're shallow, you're completely undependable, all right?
Hey, I am
Just get it in her
vulnerable. Don't be
mind
mean.
about.
You know what? Now that I think about it,
Oh god.
I have no idea
Maybe
what Klaus
Stefan's
saw
gonna
in
take
you.
it too far. Jesus.
Does Elena know that you're here? She's the reason I'm here. No, scratch that. I'm the reason I'm here. What do you want?
Oh heck.
It's the same thing you want, Aaron. Go back in time. So what'd you do? Did you kill him? Doesn't matter. The point is, I was conflicted.
In an hour's time.
Right now, in this
He's resolute. He's definitive. It is.
I am crystal clear.
Yeah. Shit.
Elena thinks I'm a monster. And you know what? She's right.
My worries. Oh heck. I'm excited about this partnership, but... fuck me in the ass. Enzo... No, sorry. I am... Oh, man. No one heard that shit. No one heard that. I had a bad feeling, though, this was gonna happen. Yeah. I had a bad feeling as soon as, you know, Damon thought he had the answers. And Catherine broke his heart. That was gonna rock him. So we need to undo... But how? This is permanent. There's no way. I don't know how they're gonna undo this shit, and, boy. Alright, so, yes. That was episode 12 of season 5 of the Vampire Diaries. So yeah, I had to wrap things up very quickly in terms of as soon as I finished reacting episode 12, I had to pop out for an hour. All good, nothing to worry about, but yeah. It allowed me some time to process that episode because it was quite the episode, wasn't it? In terms of dealing with the whole Catherine-Elena dilemma, as well as Caroline having sex with Klaus and Tyler finding out about that. And yeah, Damon as well now off on the deep end. And yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how things are going to go because, yeah, Damon's done. He is, well, him and Enzo are now back in good graces. So, considering the fact that he's going to finish the job in terms of killing Aaron, seemingly. So, yeah, but the Damon of old is back. So, it'll be fun times. Oy. I mean, that was a really, really brutal way for Damon to of course, well, I guess revert, really. He was trying to be a bit of a better person, etc. And there was that moment where Damon refused to do anything to Aaron. He chose option C and decided, you know what, Enzo, to have a timeout. So, yeah, but that all just fell apart when it came to, obviously, the talk with Catherine. Of course, to his knowledge, that was Elena, and, yeah. And the thing is, you saw that smile at the end of, at the end, so, and there was a bit of, even though this was done in malice for Catherine in terms of, yeah, in terms of breaking things up for good for her and Damon, I don't know. There does become a kind of bit of truth in regards to Damon and all of that. So and how things are when it comes to Damon and his you know, reckless attitude, etc. So yeah, but. Yeah, I mean, it was really, really rough stuff for yeah, Damon. But I mean, like I said, I feel like Catherine does, because that's it though. Even though that we knew that Catherine was at the forefront in the little ritual to to suppress Elena. We'll get on more on that in a moment. I do want to even make some comments about that as well, because, I mean, like I said, obviously I made the mention how we're going to undo all this, but I'll save that for a bit. I just want to talk about Damon for a second. But there, like, even though the Catherine was at the forefront, I did detect a sense of legitimacy, I'd say, from her claims, because it did sting Damon. It sucks. It's brutal, etc. And it's done out of place of malice for Catherine. But at the end of the day, I guess I don't know if this is a case of unbeknownst to her, but I think Damon, there is this kind of worry in regards to what he's gonna do and how he's gonna react and who he's going to take it out on. So, especially if Elena and him get into a bit of a kerfuffle, the self-sabotaging. So, yeah, and, we've seen it before, but, again, I feel like with Catherine, like I said, it does suck because you saw Damon trying to plead his heart out. And you kind of knew where things were going to go because Catherine has the hots for Stefan rather than Damon, so it's it's going to be really, really rough stuff. So, yeah, hello, bud. Hey, but that's why I'm saying I don't know if it's unbeknownst, because it is funny how obviously we had Catherine trying to emulate Elena to a T, and there is, of course, a completely different matter in this whole imitation game because, she's pretended to be Elena before, but now the stakes are high, and now that she is possessing Elena's body, do you mind? And now she has to know every bit of detail to pass off as Elena. And that's why I'm saying I don't know if it's just perfect for Catherine to kind of assess that, well, you will lash out, etc., and the unpredictable nature of how you're reacting is not good for us. So, yeah. And it does kind of become a bit sad that, Damon has that whole situation of... well, you're the light in my darkness. I know it can be sometimes perceived in, a kind of a cute light and all of that, but given Damon's history and all of that, you do worry about the fact that there does become a lot of pressure for Elena in regards to, well, who are you without that darkness, right? So there is that constant worry. And... yeah, it does suck, doesn't it? But it does open the door for chaos to unfold. I mean, there's a lot of chaos to unpack, really, in regards to, well, now Aaron is most likely dead. Damon and his darkness has returned to the forefront, and Enzo's just chipper about this, so that's great. So, yeah, and I don't know what's going to become of Tyler, of course, because, I mean, Matt did give the suggestion that this is not really a healthy place for him, and it isn't. It really isn't. Now, I did think that the way that Tyler went about Caroline with the revelation, obviously it was never going to be a very... I mean, I will say, whilst Klaus... has matured, and whilst Tyler, well, I say matured, it's not really much of a high bar, is it? But, yeah, I mean, Tyler did some very, very questionable things on the originals. I do understand why he would be upset, but I feel like the kind of anger that he possessed towards Caroline was, yeah, I don't know if that was... I feel like a sit down and talk in a very, very dejected manner would have been the right approach, because, I mean, he has every reason to feel a bit betrayed, and, I mean, he did have a bit of hope that him and Caroline can hit things off again, but after finding out that Caroline and Klaus hooked up, yeah, but, yeah, that's it. It's so complicated because, yeah, with Caroline and, like, she's just gonna, like, there is that question about, well, now that they have done the do, Caroline is a bit worried about the fact that, well, she might be a bad person because she hooked up with Klaus. And, of course, there have been strong urges between the pair. That doesn't necessarily... that, for me, and I know there are quite a few people who have their opinions in regards to Caroline, but, that doesn't really make you necessarily a bad person. Of course, she didn't, she didn't want to cause damage to Tyler, and, of course, with the fact that he heard everything, it does become like an episode of EastEnders all of a sudden, so, yeah, but, yeah, I felt with Stefan stepping in, there's going to be a little bit of bias because Caroline is Lexi 2.0. Am I wrong? Yeah, where's the lie? There is going to be a little bit of bias, but I do think that the approach, he has a right to be a bit upset about it, but I think the approach distribute to Caroline, I don't know. So, of course, that is a whole situation up for debate, but I can understand why people might think that, well, they might have sympathy, should I say, for Tyler, so... yeah, but... Yeah. Are you okay there? You just hit your head of something. I was trying to get settled down, and I just heard a bump. So, yeah. But yeah, holy shit, that, the possession. Yeah, I didn't know if they were actually gonna do it or not, because, I mean, this is a pretty big thing. Now, I don't think... Now, I mean, well, I say I don't think. This isn't a way... Because it didn't seem to indicate that this is going to outright kill Elena. This is just going to make sure that she just does not rise to the surface, because there can be random bouts of Elena rising to the surface. And same with Catherine, I guess, because this is Elena's body at the end of the day, so Catherine is the one that's, you know, stealing her body. But I think she's just locked away. She is just locked away, and she can't come out unless, you know, some kind of spell is performed to unleash her, so... Yeah. Now, it's so funny, though, because it is definitely reminding me of the whole... Because I even said it in the reaction, but it is so similar to how there was this situation in the Marvel comics. Now, I'm just going to go into a bit of context so people can be like, oh, I see what you mean. But basically, there was this comic, like, several years ago, and there was a big shift that they were doing for the Spider-Man franchise, where there would be a bit of a swap in terms of mentality. Doc Ock was dying, and you see where I'm going with this when I say he tricked Spider-Man into a bit of a swapsies of the mind. I think that was the idea, because Peter went to visit him as he was dying, but there was a swap where now, this is where the little bit of differences is, because, of course, in this situation, it was a battle in one body, whereas in this scenario, Doc Ock did a little transference of the mind, where Peter Parker's mentality would be in the dying Doc Ock. Whereas vice versa, Doc Ock would be in Peter Parker's body, and thus Doc Ock died, and so did Peter. There was a way that they undid that, but for a time, Doc Ock was technically Spider-Man, thus the superior Spider-Man. And it's a similar situation here, albeit, of course, Elena wasn't trapped in Catherine's body. She's just trapped, but now Catherine is now in full control, and Elena is essentially withered away in a sense. So, well, I wouldn't say withered away, but she's not coming back anytime soon unless there's some kind of spell that undoes it. I guess that's how it's going to happen, but Mia's not going to be the one to operate that, so yeah, but it was kind of giving me those kind of vibes in a sense, so yeah, and like I said, they undid that, like where Peter took full control of his body again. They'll do the same thing for Elena, because otherwise that would be a completely lousy ending to Elena's character. Like, it would just be really, really ridiculous, so... yeah, but, because it was I think it was quite controversial with the Spider-Man comic, so no doubt it will be very controversial here, because there can be very, very, when it comes to the Vampire Diaries, there are going to be some very, very strong opinions on certain matters, and I feel like this would definitely be one of them if they decided, okay, well, that's Elena's story done. Don't expect Elena back, so she will come again. It's just a matter of when, and I don't know. I do suspect they might. I don't know. I want to say drag this out until the end of the season, but I also feel like that is a bit optimistic. So we might get it a few episodes, and then we can focus on Damon being a little shit with Enzo, and then we'll see where things go there. So, yeah, but yeah, it was just like I said, I wasn't sure if they were actually going to go through with it, but alas. So now here's my 2 cents about the whole situation, and it comes at the curiosities of why Bonnie didn't even say anything. Because here's the thing, everyone was aware of the fact that Bonnie could see Catherine whilst she was in the process of crossing over. But Catherine went back. She was like, I'm not dealing with that shit. So, and it's not like Bonnie could chalk this up to, oh, well, maybe this won't hurt, and etc. But she passed through. I saw her. She feels the pain. It would just be a bit of a lousy excuse if she just assumed she crossed over, but didn't even feel any pain. So, and I know she is human and all of that, but she's also a traveler as well. So I think that fits into the whole thingamabob. So, yeah, she's not like she's not like Matt, basically. So, yeah. Who's just ordinary. He was just an ordinary guy. I mean, he did have that like whole situation when it came to what's his name in the early part, Gregor. He did have that situation, but that's as far as it will go. Otherwise, he's just working bartender and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, it does beg the question why Bonnie didn't even say anything. Like I said, it would just be a lousy excuse if she said, oh, it must have been a painless transition or some shit. Like, that would just be terrible writing. So, yeah. But I was also, like, kind of hoping that, like, Elena would kill Mia. Because that's it, she reigned in control for those moments, but she had to pose as Catherine. But it was like, well, you gotta make a move, girl, because this shit is still happening. So... and I like what she did, and of course it might be the whole situation of, well, she didn't have really that time to react like that or whatever, I don't know, but I was kind of hoping she would kill Mia just for the fact that would interrupt the ritual. That would pull a full stop, because, well, Mia would be dead, so, yeah, obviously, with Nadia, she needed to have a little bit of a timeout, but I was kind of hoping that Elena would realize what's at stake, because she's going to get trapped. She's not going to come to the surface anytime soon, so you got to make a decision. And yeah, but again, like I said, I mean, this will be undone. It's just a matter of when. So yeah, but overall... insane episode. So yeah, but that was episode 12 of the Vampire Diaries season 5. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time.